This is Jeremy Peck back here on the drums, and this is Jake Kulak. 2/3 of the lowdown. Unfortunately, the bass player broke his leg and couldn't make it, and he's doing okay though.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
So thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure. I'm Rick Coster. This is the day's live lunch break, and we do this every week here in the Telegraph Record Shop. It's always on theday.com. Pete Wappy here archives everything, so you can go home, not do any homework, and just watch yourself over and over again.
Much better than homework.
Now, speaking of that, I want to introduce a couple of my pals going all the way back, visiting from Dallas and high school. Say hi, Gary and Candy. These are folks from Dallas that I went to high school with, and Gary was my roommate in college. And I just wanted to say hi to him, but there's also sort of a connection here because, Jake, you'll appreciate this, and Jeremy. We went to high school, and our class was Stevie Ray Vaughan at our school. He went to Kimball when we did.
What?
Yeah, he really did. He was in our class. Now, Gary and Candy, and I'll answer this if you don't have microphones. How many times did we see Stevie Ray Vaughan in class? That would be zero, exactly. He was out learning his trade. So I am proud of you guys because you are in school, and yet you're really good.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that's tough. It's always really tough, like being in school and being a musician, especially when you're trying. You got that paper due Wednesday, but Tuesday night you're going out to a club and playing, and then usually that paper doesn't get done, and then it's a tough time, but it's fun. Luckily I have a family who's very supportive of the music. But one of the terms is you have to go to school, so it all works out.
Hey, Mom and Dad, did you realize that as a professional writer, I am available to write these papers? Just a thought I could throw out there. When I see, this is the old codger aspect of what I do. When I see folks your age that clearly have not just an appreciation for old blues and rock and roll and jazz, it makes me sort of wonder, in the Dow Lone generation, was it Mom and Dad that sort of turned you guys onto this, or were you just curious, or how did it happen?
Well, for me, I was lucky because I grew up in a house where my parents were all about music. Like we listened to everything, rock, jazz, blues. And I remember really, really early on, just like in the car, my parents would always play like rock bands, like the White Stripes, Jack White. And really, really early on, I got turned on to Jack White's guitar playing. Like he was my favorite, and he did a lot of covers of really, really old blues songs that he did rock and roll. And so I just kind of started digging deeper off of that, and I started listening to Son House, Blind Willie McTell, Robert Johnson, and I was like addicted to that. I got a guitar, and I was like, I'm gonna teach myself all those songs. So that's how it started. That's how it started for me. And I just listened. Like that's like all I would listen to. I just throw on the headphones when I was supposed to be doing homework, and listen to Robert Johnson albums for like hours on end. So.
And it has clearly come out in what you're doing. And I want to ask a couple of quick musical questions. Again, we're talking to Jake Kulak and The LowDown, or I should say Jeremy back here is the drummer because the third member of The LowDown broke his leg falling on the stage at House of Blues. I'm glad he's not hurt, but if you're going to break your leg, you might as well do it at the House of Blues rocking out.
Exactly.
And he finished the set. That's important.
Yeah. Huge shout out our bass player, Anthony Daly.
Yeah.
Not here with us today, but he's recovering.
He Dave Grohl'd his way through it.
Dave Grohl'd it, yeah.
Yeah, so that's, but when I was listening to you guys, and obviously you didn't have the other part of the rhythm section here, and you did just fine. But first of all, Jeremy, and we may have to hand the microphone back to you, but a lot of while Jake is playing, you're doing what a lot of that was all rooted in what he said, Son House, Chuck Berry-isms. That you're doing jazz, a lot of jazz rhythms underneath that. Is that? Here, I'll hand this over to you. How hard is that to do in a three-piece sort of rock blues format, and then again without Anthony here?
Well, yeah, like I sort of have a familiar background with jazz. I did jazz studies at University of Hartford, maybe about a year and a half. I did jazz all throughout high school for 4 years as well. And my father, he always has he has a lot of jazz records in the basement, so I have that kind of playing around the house as well. So I'm sort of really I'm trying to just hold it down today and not do anything too crazy, but I'm making it work for what it is, you know.
Oh, you're making it work very fluently. Now, by the same token, you are holding down. You do something that a lot of younger guitarists or rock guitarists who concentrate only on single note runs, speed, pyrotechnics, that sort of thing. You use a lot of chordal stuff interspersed with your solos, which I think is extremely smart and it's very textured. Is it something you work on?
Well, it was again, it was kind of that came kind of like subconsciously a little bit because I played in duos before, and the hardest thing about playing with a duo is you don't have that bass player to give you that kind of to lay down that little bass run. And again, I've been listening to duo music for a really long time, and just playing, even when I'm playing alone, I just kind of I always was kind of craving more of a sound there to back me up rather than just doing, just going as fast as I can. So yeah, so especially playing with Jeremy, I really concentrate on doing some chordal stuff and backing myself up in a way.
So you have a recording out, and
we do.
Tell everybody where they can get it.
So yeah, we just kind of came out with a little EP, a couple songs, did some original stuff, and yeah, well, go to my website www.jakekulak.com. All the information is there. I have sound clips from the record. I got videos, dates, the whole thing.
What's the merch situation beyond the recordings? The T-shirts?
We're working on it. Listen,
koozies that you can. Well, you can't put your beer in it, but I could if I had a beer. But you can't have one.
Not yet.
Not yet.
A few more years.
Did you hear that, Mom? All right. So, So there you go. www.jakekulak.com. If you want to see more, you don't have to wait long. You just have to go to Westport tonight, right?
Yes, I'm doing it. Yes, playing Westport Festival, little outdoor thing. So I know it's a little bit of a hike, but for the music.
For the music.
Not too bad. For the music, yeah.
Well, I think that I could speak for Gary, again, my high school pal back there. I don't know how many nights at college we blew off studying to drive to Austin or Dallas from Waco because. So I heartily recommend that you blow off work tomorrow and go see Jake and Jeremy tonight. That's
definitely a good idea.
All
I'd
right.
take your friend's advice. That's really smart.
Would you do us the honor of playing some more tunes for us?
Of course.
Thank you guys for being at Live Lunch Break. This is Jake Kulak and The LowDown.
Thank you guys so much.